Welcome to the United Racing Network. My name is Andrew Spears, and joining me tonight in the booth is the man himself, Rob Mr. McDonald. Rob, how you doing tonight?
Not doing too bad. How about yourself?
I am doing well. Atlanta. On the new Atlanta. The new Atlanta. What's new about it, Rob?
Well, I mean, it's a super speedway now.
Yeah, they did a major overhaul on this track. But the track didn't get any bigger in racing surface, so they actually cut down some of the track. So now the new widths on the front corners are the front stretch is about 52 feet wide, where it was about 10 inches wider. So it's actually gotten a little narrow. The back stretch went down to 42 feet, and the turns went down to 40 feet in size there. Banking got a little bit different. It went from 24 degrees to 28 degrees, making it a super speedway, like Rob said. And the BSC is taking it on for the first time for United Racing Network's viewing. So we'll see how they do tonight.
Yeah, and tonight's actually the Halloween themed race. So as you look out over the cars, you will notice some have quite different paint schemes here, as they're trying to get spooky with it.
Yeah, try to get spooky for sure. And I'm just killing the cameras tonight. Found out my Stream Deck's not working the moment I click to do something on the Stream Deck. So, gotta love technology.
Yep.
But so Rob, I'm bringing you to the booth to talk to you about the championship. After last week's race at Michigan, it looks like Alex Witt has definitely took home the championship for season. What is it? Season 8?
Season 7.
Season 7. You know what? It is what it is. Other league we're in is season 8. So, but yeah, season 7. Alex Witt will be the championship, or will be the championship leader, and I believe as long as he finishes the next 2 races and doesn't, get out in the first couple of laps, I think he's gonna pretty much make it.
Now, you say that, but looking at the timing tower, Alex Witt is not slated to race right now.
Oh. That is the facts. That is the facts on track. And Cody Kern and Noah Hanna right now are leading 1-2 in practice.
Yeah. Now, I just wanted to point this out because this is a name we've not seen for a little bit. Eddie Baker's on the track.
No, he ain't. Holy crap! Mr. Eddie Baker himself. Man.
As you see him working with his partner, Kevin Coleman, there.
Yep, Kevin Coleman. And Kevin Coleman got close to winning at Pocono a couple of weeks back. You remember that?
I do.
Justin Johnson took home the win over Kevin Coleman. Kevin Coleman just burned his tires up. But yeah, Eddie Baker is on track right now. Now, that is not his paint scheme. So when we get everybody on track and we get done with qualifying, all the cars will go white momentarily so we can get all the paints in here, because this is the Halloween-themed race. They've talked about it for a few weeks now. And Noah Hanna's got a very impressive car. Looking at the red and black car. What's on the front of his car there?
So it looks to be like, I can't even remember what it is. To me, what it reminds me of, okay, is it's either Diablo 2 or Diablo 3. You know, the cover art on the game? Please tell me what you know what I'm talking about. I think we lost Andrew.
You did not lose me. I'm sorry.
Did you drop your phone on your mute button again?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. But yeah.
The trolls of United Racing Network did. So.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sure. I thought I was just talking to myself, you know.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying I know what you're talking about. The Diablo, I do know the game. I do know the reference, but I don't play it. So if you have anything actually gameplay related, I don't know it.
Well, no, it was the cover art for the game. It had like a cloaked figure on it, and that's almost what it looks like. I know I'm probably gonna get yelled at through the radio for this, but that's what it looks like. But I know that it's not that.
Well, I'm looking at the number 29 car, the Spooky Rhesus car, driven by Christian Strader.
You said it right.
You know, I just had to make you happy. But yeah, he's driving the Halloween-themed Rhesus car, and I'm liking that car. I've actually out of both of those cars, Noah Hanna's car and then Christian Strader's, I'm liking Christian Strader's a little more.
So another car I want to take a look at is Jordan Malcolm's car. Now, if you look on the hood, I don't know if we're going to be able to get the proper camera angle on it, but if you look on the hood, he's actually taken our logo and spookified it and put it on the hood.
Oh, I think I'm still seeing the old car from last week. I'm going to go ahead and do a reload textures, get all the white cars, see if we can't get the new stuff in.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing the one from last week with where he took our logo. It's still showing the same thing. I could try getting it fixed, but you said Jordan Malcolm, which he's driving the 35, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to go to the booth real quick. Let me see if I can get that fixed so we can get these paints right.
Okay.
But, so, you know, the championship, Alex Witt got it done. Who do you think is going to come in second here?
I don't know. It's really hard to say. Like, I was looking at it earlier. Sorry, just let me pull it back up. So, I mean, everybody's at least 100 points out of the leader. So, I mean, it's really, really close between, you know, Noel Hanna and Daniel Mitchell with only 5 points in between them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could go either way, really. And it's just going to be hard to say who's going to have that. Because they're both amazing racers. They do absolutely amazing out on the track. You know, and they're really, really hard pushers. So it could go either way, and I really can't say who's going to have it.
Yeah, so I'm in agreement with you there, but at the same time, you were talking about Daniel Mitchell. Daniel Mitchell has gotten in the wall multiple times so far. I mean, he's spun. He's gotten in the wall just in practice alone. He's gotten in the wall a lot. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, but I mean, it's practice. Practice doesn't mean anything, and we know that because we've seen guys that do absolutely amazing in practice, and then when it comes to the actual race, they're really nowhere to be found.
Okay, I got you. And it looks like Jordan Malcolm's car did load. I'm waiting on the rest of the field here to load, but we are going to go ahead and take it back live because most of the cars have loaded. And, yeah, I do see what you're talking about there. He's got it almost gives me Michael Myers vibes.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can't get a good look at the hood here. I believe that's going to be roof cam. Ooh. It's upside down, but I get it. Let's go to the number 25 car of Daniel Mitchell and take a look at his rear end. And take a look at the car there, number 29 of Christian Strader. As Noel Hanna in the back there, and the number 7 car gets turned sideways. Yeah, Malcolm did a good job. Then we got a Club's Penguins car out here.
Yeah. And Malcolm actually has a saying on the back. I'm just gonna get a look at it here. Give me a second.
You said Malcolm has a saying on the back? Oh, I see it up top there on the trunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get what it says here. Just give me a sec.
Calvin the Fish Ross is leading practice right now. Did you know that?
Yeah, I do.
You know, I'm really surprised Mr. Killer Brownie himself does not have, as he gets turned sideways, he does not have a spooky themed car. Is he showing one for you?
No, he's not.
Man, he's a slacker.
So, the saying on Malcolm's car says, "It will follow you for eternity. I will shadow you forever. I will show them what you've done. The truth shall be your curse."
Oh. Well, the curse just cursed Malcolm right there as practice ended. And we go over to qualifying. Wow. Well, as we get people on their outlaps, Rob, we're going to talk about the race for a second, the actual race info. Track temperature tonight is 106 degrees on track. This track is just a little over half a mile and a half. We've already talked about the banking. The bankings were increased, and now it's classified as a super speedway. Mm-hmm. And air temperature is 78 degrees. I mean, it's nice here in Atlanta.
It is.
So, make sure that
it's better than the 2-degree weather in Canada, but you know,
2 degree Fahrenheit.
No, like 2 degrees Celsius, so approximately 35 question mark.
Yeah, that's I don't speak Canadian units. I don't do that. Sorry.
All right. So, as these guys get qualifying, who do you have tonight?
Well, see, you asking me that question, and I just don't know.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to answer. You have to.
You're right. I gotta answer, and you know, I've got to go with him because he's not been here all freaking season. Mr. Eddie Baker.
You can't take my pick.
Eddie Baker's my guy.
That's what I was picking.
Well, you better pick somebody else.
All right. I don't know. Just because I'm in love with the car, I'm gonna have to go with Jordan Malcolm.
Yep, he's not showing on track as of yet, or is he? Yes, he is. Right there. Yeah, Jordan Malcolm, he's a good pick. I think this race is going to be very interesting and very entertaining tonight.
Yeah,
I think we'll see some accidents just because as tight as this track is, and we've got, it looks like 15 people slated to race. Now, one thing I don't know, and I need clarification, do you know if the red and white line on the front stretch is in play or out of play? Because I'm seeing a lot of people dip below it on qualifying here.
I'll wait to see if I can get confirmation from race control.
Because
race control can hear me.
Because IRL, that red and white line is out of bounds because it's considered a super speedway. So
we will just have to wait and see.
Yep. Alex Martin driving his Volvo on is out on track right now. He's actually setting with the fastest time out of all the American boys. Jordan Malcolm setting with a 31.56, and Blake Lewis is sitting behind him about 4 or 5, 6/10 off, 6/100ths off. Is that right? 6/100ths?
5/100ths.
Whatever. Justin Johnson's on track as well, and he is looking for a win. Looking for win number 2 of the season. Picking his first win up at Pocono over Kevin Coleman. And last week it was Noah Hanna picking up the first win of the season, I believe. Was it? I think it was his first win of the season.
Okay. So I got clarification from race control. You can use the apron, but if you kill someone coming back on a track, you will get a penalty, word for word.
I like it. I like it.
I mean, it's fitting.
It is.
Halloween throwback or Halloween theme. Yeah, it's fitting.
Yep. And on your screen right now, folks, is the championship standings for the year. As you can see, Alex Witt has got a commanding lead with 98 points over Daniel Mitchell. Daniel Mitchell, there's just not enough races left for him to gain that many points unless Alex Witt does not race, which he is not slated to tonight. So I say he's locked it in. Let's see where Daniel Mitchell finishes tonight. Noel Hanna and Daniel Mitchell will be battling for that second position in points. And Andrew Jamelin is also in the hunt. Christian Strader is back about 70, about 30 points behind, about 70 points behind Jamelin. So I don't think he has enough of a chance to get it. So,
Andrew.
Yes.
My pick is sitting pole.
Yeah. Just like you were sitting pole last night, Mr. 32-1 at Dover. You animal.
I wasn't sitting pole. I qualified second.
Well, you were close.
Well, I mean, I sat pole for like a little bit.
Yeah, well.
I was scared.
I mean, I would have been scared if I was you. As we get ready to go green here, Rob, let's go through the field.
All right. So, starting in that pole position is my boy Jordan Malcolm. In second, we got Justin Johnson. Third, we got Blake Lewis. Fourth, Eddie Baker. Fifth, Cody Kern. Sixth, we got Rod Sizemore. In seventh, in that number 81 Ford is Brandon McLaughlin. Eighth is Noel Hanna. Ninth, Christian Strader. And 12th, we got Calvin the Fish Ross.
And 10th, you mean?
Or 10th. What did I say?
You said 12th. Because in 11th is Kevin Coleman, and in 12th is Alex Martin. In that 13th position, it's going to be Mr. Daniel Mitchell himself. Didn't qualify well, but maybe he's one of those that likes to push to the front from the back. So we'll see what happens there. Andrew Jamelin's in that 14th position. And rounding out the field is in the 15th position, the number 11 car of Armin Brusso. This is going to be an interesting race. I just got a feeling. Yeah. That what is that? Who did the I Got a Feeling song?
Black Eyed Peas?
Yes, I almost said the Cranberries. But
That's a zombie.
Yeah, that's Zombie. I don't know what I was thinking. High Motor likes the number 5. He's such a wild card, and that's true. Justin Johnson is truly a wild card in any race that he's in. I will agree with that 100%. He is truly a wild card. Is Jordan Malcolm available for an interview?
We can check. I don't. Oh, wait. Yes, I do see him. Stand by. Jordan, this is Rob and Andrew in the booth. How you got us?
Yeah, copy, guys. Got you.
All right. Well, I believe this is our first time talking to you. And you're sitting pole, so you got to be feeling pretty good, but you got 14 angry drivers that are itching to get past you. What's your take on Atlanta tonight?
I reckon survive. I reckon. It's going to be chaos. It's going to act like a super speedway. Being out the front once the tires go off will be pretty crucial, I think, because just in practice alone, there was a lot of pushing in the draft. But just surviving until that point is going to be the key.
Yep. Well, good luck tonight, Jordan, and hope we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
I hope so. I've missed you guys.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right.
And Rob, we only have one lap to warm up our tires here. So
Yes, we
we're
do.
going to be green this time by. Pace car is going to dip off. And Jordan Malcolm and Justin Johnson are going to bring us to that Geico restart zone where Ted the Flagman's going to wave that flag. We are green at Atlanta for the first time tonight, and let's hope we can stay green. Justin Johnson takes commanding lead. Jordan Malcolm looks like he missed a shift, and Jordan Johnson and Eddie Baker are going to be sitting 1-2 entering turn 1.
I mean Justin Johnson.
What did I say?
Jordan Johnson?
Oh, JJ. We'll just call him JJ. At least I didn't call him Jimmy Johnson, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Looks like Jordan Malcolm is going to be catching Justin Johnson here, coming through turns number 3 and 4. Eddie Baker on that high side, left out to dry. That is a thing now at Atlanta as Blake Lewis gets close to Eddie Baker. Blake Lewis is down on the bottom line.
Just trying not to kill anybody.
Looks like he's going to save it. Got one more car to pass here. Brusso's going to pass him. And Eddie Baker will be sitting in that third spot behind Justin Johnson and Jordan Malcolm.
Yeah, now he is sitting there. However, Kevin Coleman is starting to make his moves, but he's got no help on that high line. So he's going to have to try and tuck in to somebody to try and get up to Eddie Baker so that they can link up and get moving.
Yeah, and Andrew Jamelin is just not going to let him do that. He is going to fall behind Calvin Ross right there with Alex Martin on his rear. And we should start seeing these guys file out here and get single file as we do in the back, but not so much up front as we're too wide going through 3 and 4. Justin Johnson takes it down below that yellow, that red and white line. Jordan Malcolm does follow, but Eddie Baker will lead lap number 3 going into 4.
Eddie Baker jumps down. Now Cody Kern's got to try and get in. He's got enough room there.
Oh, these guys have got an arrow formed. Sizemore trying to get as much side draft off of Justin Johnson. And Jordan Malcolm gets a little loose. Has a little push from Daniel Mitchell. Daniel Mitchell making his moves to the front here. Daniel Mitchell has moved up 8 positions, and Blake Lewis has fell back 11 positions. Those are our 2 biggest movers and our toughest breaks so far. As you see, it looks like Daniel Mitchell and Noah Hanna is going to take it outside. Justin Johnson's going to do that block, and we're going to be 3 wide going through 3. Daniel Mitchell, Justin Johnson, 2 wide now, and we are going to file back out. That got a little crazy going through 3 and 4 there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Maybe pucker a little bit for him.
Actually, it looks like
Oh,
Brendan McLaughlin didn't grid.
Yeah, and we got 3 wide. We were 3 wide on 2 in the back here. Jamelin Sizemore, Kevin Coleman all battling for position here, battling for that 9th position. Eddie Baker still leading strong over Cody Kern. Daniel Mitchell sitting right behind Cody Kern, and Justin Johnson rounded up the top 4. Noah Hanna is still battling with Jordan Malcolm here as they're side by side going through 1.
The thing is, Cody Kern is in behind Eddie Baker. However, when they're going around that banking, you can see him kind of bouncing off the apron and back up. So, that was almost.
That reminds me of the legend of
close.
Dale Earnhardt himself right there. As Daniel Mitchell makes a move to the front on Eddie Baker, side by side entering 1. Daniel Mitchell does have the momentum, and it looks like Eddie Baker is going to maintain side by side, but Eddie Baker doesn't have to help. Justin Johnson looking outside, 3 wide through 2. And you see Daniel Mitchell falling back here with Eddie Baker. These guys started side drafting one another, pulled each other back, and Justin Johnson setting P1, battling Cody Kern here at the line.
And McLaughlin is joining the race.
He's joining 9 laps down, so I believe he's just going to be rolling with these guys just to get play time here. 2 by 2 entering 3. Justin Johnson being pushed by Daniel Mitchell. These guys are drafting just like Talladega or Daytona. Through 10, Cody Kern will be the leader.
Well, finally, Eddie Baker and Kevin Coleman have linked up. Now they just got to push their way through the field.
Yeah, and Eddie Baker, Kevin Coleman, and Brandon McLaughlin all raced together for a few years at another league. So I'm going to see Brandon McLaughlin come in here and just be the helper tonight. Since, unless we go through 9 cautions, which so far we're doing okay. We're 10% complete, 11 lap, or we're on the 11th lap now, and Cody Kern is still our leader up front. What is it, 3 or 4 lead changes so far?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Look at the push from Daniel Mitchell. Looking here at the back of the car, Daniel Mitchell is all over Justin Johnson. Jordan Malcolm up high now. He does have help. Andrew Jamelin sitting right behind him. Eddie Baker. They all have an outside line formed in the back and a front, and the front don't really have anything going. They're all battling for position as a front four or 2x2, which is going to slow them down. And Calvin Ross is making a move.
Oh, he almost stuck his nose in to make it 3 wide around 3.
He does not do that, though. He makes a smart move of keeping it tucked in, but he is looking for a position over Justin Johnson right now, as he will take third on lap number 12. You see these guys battling hard. It's the remnants of a mini Daytona. Just it looks like Daniel Mitchell got a little loose on Calvin Ross. Calvin Ross pushing Daniel Mitchell to the lead here. Jordan Malcolm is in the wall up high and will be 3 wide with Eddie Baker as Justin Johnson takes it inside. And I don't know, Rob. You know what? These guys are racing pretty strong. Let's crank it up.
All right, let's go.
You can see these guys getting 3 wide and getting super loose as Christian Strader re-enters at the entrance of turn number 1 off that low line. Justin Johnson is our leader. Behind him is Noah Hanna, and it looks like these guys are getting a little squirrely now. Justin Johnson moves up high. Noah Hanna is going to stick his nose in side of Justin Johnson here. Help of Andrew Jamelin right behind. Cody Kern pushing Justin Johnson. I didn't write this down, but our stage break is at lap 40, correct?
Yes.
So on or around lap 40 is when we will do our first stage of the evening, and these guys are going to need tires with the way they're racing right now. You see Noah Hanna pushing high on Eddie Baker. Eddie Baker not liking it too much, so he dips out of it. Don't want to cause an incident like happened at Las Vegas a few weeks ago when these guys were there. You remember this track and Las Vegas are kind of set up the same, and once you start pushing up the track, you're going to start squeezing some people, so you got to be smart there. Brandon McLaughlin is, I'm not seeing him even on track. He is on track. He is on track, but he's not with the pack.
No.
You know, I like the old Atlanta just as much as I like this new Atlanta. It has its moments on each time, but I don't know. I'm liking the way these guys are racing right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of back and forth, and it's a lot of tight racing, and it's really interesting. Now, that was an interesting move by Justin Johnson to drop below that line.
Calvin Ross gets a little sideways there, re-enters, and is at the back of the pack behind Alex Martin. Sorry, you can go ahead.
Kevin Coleman got a little loose there.
Yeah, Rod Sizemore is going to dip below him on the inside, trying to pick up a position. Will not happen, but he does have help from Alex Martin in the rear.
And Eddie Baker's out front again.
We knew it was going to happen. Oh! Cody Kern's around. He does save it, taps the outside wall, and he's going to pick up Calvin Ross. Caution number 1 is out. That was Cody Kern. If I can watch Cody Kern here. Looks like Cody Kern got a little tap from Andrew James. Actually, He did get a tap from Andrew Jamelin. He almost had it saved. Went back up, hit the inside wall flush, and Calvin Ross had nowhere to go there.
Hit there.
Yeah, and Cody Kern will enter pit road. Calvin Ross should be following him here as he does. And so does Armin Brusso. I wonder how many more guys we'll see come down pit road here. You see him coming around the top up there. And it looks like Eddie Baker is going to stay out. Justin Johnson will enter, and everybody behind Justin Johnson's going in with him. Brandon McLaughlin will stay out.
Now, there was people asking over the radio. I'm not sure.
What's happening?
Okay. Never mind. It's all good. It's all good.
Like to hear that. Gonna see how many people can pick up positions on pit lane here. You see people go ahead and get in their tires. Daniel Mitchell will Daniel Mitchell, no. Jordan Malcolm will make it all first, followed by Christian Strader. Justin Johnson will lead over, looks like Daniel Mitchell there. Coming out of the pits. Well, I mean, looking at the first 22 laps of this race, they were very exciting the entire time.
Yes.
2 wide, 3 wide, some 4 wide where they shouldn't have been. I've seen that once. Made me a little scared for them.
Well, I mean, you drop below onto that apron. I mean, you got lots of room down there.
Lots of room, but not enough real estate to make any moves, though.
No.
It runs out quick. We really need to get a sponsor on the side of Justin Johnson's car. What do you say?
Sorry?
I said we really need to get some type of sponsor on the side of Justin Johnson's car.
We do. Anybody that's looking to sponsor a car, feel free.
Yeah, he's got a lot of real estate there. He does have some stats to prove that he can put your car up front. Calvin Ross is getting shuffled to the back here under this caution. He will fall to the back because he went to pit lane, I believe, under.
Yeah, he did. So, Teddy, we did make it so somebody can't subscribe anymore just because we now stream on Facebook and YouTube all at the same time, and when we were an affiliate we were unable to do so, so we relinquished our affiliate status so that we could multi-broadcast.
Yep, and speaking of multi-broadcasting, if you haven't already, our goal for YouTube is to get to 100 subscribers, so if you haven't, Jacob, if you will, post the URL to the YouTube in the chat, just real quick. I mean, you won't miss any of the action. Well, I'd hang on for you click the link, but
well, I mean, they'll see it over there.
yeah, I mean, you'll see it over there too. So just go over there and give the YouTube a subscription, or subscribe if you will, on the YouTube channel, so we can bump those numbers up as much as we can. We are green back at Atlanta as Eddie Baker leads us to the green flag.
So now, Blake Lewis and Eddie Baker were the only ones that did not pit that last caution. And Blake Lewis is actually falling back through the field as everybody starts to get a run. They are on fresher tires, so.
Yeah, but Eddie Baker, he can save and save and save and save and save. We've seen it multiple times with Eddie Baker. But Eddie Baker's starting to fall back as well as Justin Johnson and Jordan Malcolm makes a pass on him.
But Eddie Baker's still right there. He just needs a little bit of help on that top line. And he's going to get that from Daniel Mitchell. He's going to start to push him.
Yeah, and as Rob was saying, the only two guys that did not pit was Blake Lewis and Eddie Baker, and you can see how much
wide.
You can see how much that's affecting Eddie Baker as Eddie Baker's falling back to the field here.
Quite the shove on Jordan Malcolm there.
Yeah, and the spooky
From Daniel Mitchell as he gets sideways. Justin Johnson's down. There was contact with Eddie Baker. He was able to maintain, but he gets into Christian Strader. Noah
and they're still
Hanna's
wrecking
involved.
going into 3.
Cody Kern's involved. Just about every car is involved in that wreck.
Yep, and Christian Strader will have to tow with the world's fastest tow service. We're going to have to go back and decipher what happened there because it looked like multiple wrecks happening all around the track. So let's go back and take a look at Rod Sizemore. We'll actually ride along with Eddie through that wreck. Oh, that was... Hang on. There's so many things that happened. Alright, so Eddie Baker is that number 19 car. We're going to watch with him. We're actually going to ride along with him. Looks like there was a move made by somebody that just wasn't clear. Oh no! I did see what happened there. And we'll go back on the big cam and watch it as Eddie Baker grabs that wall hard. So it looks like here, Daniel Mitchell up front, give Jordan Malcolm a strong push coming out of 2, gets him loose down into Justin Johnson. Justin Johnson goes sliding inside, but then Jordan Malcolm goes back up into Eddie Baker, gets into Christian Strader here. As you can see, Christian Strader gets down on that bottom line. Eddie Baker got put into the wall, so Eddie Baker is going to go down and grab Christian Strader. Christian Strader and both Eddie Baker and Christian Strader is going to grab that wall head on at Mock Jesus. My Lord. Noah Hanna goes up on 2 wheels. It looks like the only car that made it through was Mr. Blake Lewis himself. And he still got a little squirrely. And Andrew Jamelin.
And I believe Kevin Coleman got through there without any incident as well.
So I'm going to go back and watch from Blake Lewis's point of view. Because Blake Lewis did an absolute amazing job wheeling his car around through this mess here. There's just so much stuff happening all around. Wow, wow, wow. You can see Blake Lewis just said, you know what? I'm not even going to attempt to try to get by these guys as they're wrecking. I'm just going to let off and coast. And that did help Blake Lewis out there. As Blake Lewis sits in 6th right now. Armin Brusso got some damage from that. Armin Brusso is sitting in 13th. Kevin Coleman did not pick up any damage. Andrew Jamelin did not pick up any damage. And Daniel Mitchell was the culprit of that accident. Given Jordan Malcolm that just enough of a push to get him loose coming off of 2. I would call it a racing incident. I mean, you were just pushing, but, you know, that's racing.
Yeah. That's the thing about racing. Stuff happens.
Yeah, these guys do have a quick repair, meaning they do get 1 fresh car if an accident does happen, and Eddie Baker knows that. I mean, he's not out of the race. Christian Strader is having to tow right now because of the issue that he had where his drive wheel got broke from the tow link. So Christian Strader will become a lap down right here as the pace car's lights are off. That was caution number 2. This is restart number 3 of the evening. Kevin Coleman's going to be pushing Daniel Mitchell like crazy. Daniel Mitchell gets a heck of a jump over Andrew Jamelin. Too wide in the back here. Blake Lewis up top. Alex Martin in front. On the inside of Blake Lewis, it appears to be Rod Sizemore in that red car. And Kevin Coleman's looking outside of Andrew Jamelin. There's a battle up front.
It looks like Andrew Jamelin threw the block on Kevin Coleman, so he just dropped down in behind Daniel Mitchell again.
Justin Johnson's pushing Jamelin like crazy, actually upsetting Jamelin's car just a tad, as we saw. That was identical to what happened in that last accident. Eddie Baker's made his way back, getting in front of Kevin Coleman here. Eddie Baker's going to step outside, no help, as Justin Johnson's going to go outside with Eddie Baker. Calvin Ross making a move on the inside of Lewis, outside of Coleman, looking to make it 3 wide, but he doesn't.
Jordan Malcolm looks like he got pushed down into the grass there.
We're bumping and banging. Daniel Mitchell makes a heck of a move in front of Blake Lewis. Actually,
Basically cut the front of that car off.
yeah, he did. I was going to say that was a little close there. That spotter said cool, and he was gone. He didn't even get to say clear. 3 wide going into 1 here. Blake Lewis is going to dip below that red and white line in the corner there. Gets the car a little upset. Looks like he was trying to avoid Kevin Coleman there as Kevin Coleman went on the inside. Eddie Baker back up front. Daniel Mitchell behind. Calvin Ross pushing at Daniel Mitchell here. It looks like Noah Hanna's approaching the rear end of Eddie Baker, but Eddie Baker does not have help. Andrew Jamelin's going to bump outside. We got 6 laps to go until we are complete with the stage. If they have an accident within the last 5 laps of the stage, there will be a caution. That will be the stage break. And as it sits right now, if that happens, Justin Johnson will win stage number 1. But we're still racing here at Atlanta. You can see everybody getting a little loose there coming out of the turn 4 going into that tri-oval. Daniel Mitchell doing the same exact thing to Justin Johnson as he did to Jordan Malcolm. Justin Johnson didn't like it, so he moved inside. Now looks like Daniel Mitchell took that outside. But Daniel Mitchell does not have help. Andrew Jamelin is going to be pushing Justin Johnson, and they're 3 wide on the front stretch.
Calvin Ross is in the middle. A little bit of contact with Jamelin.
Calvin Ross tucks it back inside. Eddie Baker still in that bottom line. Kevin Coleman up top pushing, or getting to Noah Hanna to give him a good push. Justin Johnson still leading as we approach lap number 37. 4 to go.
And we're approaching the lap traffic of Christian Schrader.
Is that going to be a problem? You can see him back there battling, back there in the distance. Justin Johnson going inside there. Daniel Mitchell on the outside, no help. Justin Johnson's got 2 guys pushing strong as they approach the lap traffic. Christian Schrader's going to be on that inside. Christian Schrader's going to bounce outside. He says he's done. I don't want to see him, no part of this. Justin Johnson's all over the track trying to make that car 50 lanes wide as Andrew Jamelin gets a little loose from Calvin Ross's push into turn number 1. Daniel Mitchell gets loose. 3 wide. 4 wide. Jamelin's around. Daniel Mitchell's around. Eddie Baker back involved. Eddie Baker doesn't have a lot of damage. And that is the stage. Justin Johnson's our stage winner as Daniel Mitchell is still sliding.
That will be the stage break.
Justin Johnson will win that stage. Calvin Ross coming in second. Third, Cody Kern. Jordan Malcolm finishing in that fourth for the stage. And fifth is Noel Hanna. Congrats to Justin Johnson, but he's got one more long stage to go. We're doing 100 laps here at Atlanta. So that's a total of, well, that's a lot of laps. But with that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick ad break. We'll be right back. After stage number one, Justin Johnson was the winner, but he did not maintain that lead. Calvin Ross will be our leader. Coming to stage number two, the final stage of the race. Can he hold it for 60 laps? Probably not, because we've seen so many lead changes since the start of this race. Rob ran through the hot dog stand. I don't know if he's going to be back or not. But I tell you what, when he gets back, he's going to be shocked because Justin Johnson lost that position, but I think he'll be back. I think he will be back. I just want to take a second to talk about our new Twitch channel that we will be introducing next week called United Racing Network Unplugged. What that means, instead of doing I guess a plugged in session where we hear the drivers say what they're going to say, we're actually going to do something a little bit better. On that Twitch channel, you're going to be watching a single car perspective of the race. It'll be randomized. We'll see it through the last race of the season. Atlanta was this race. The next race is the last race of this season, and we will crown that champion, and we will follow a car. Now, if BSC brings us back for season number 8, that will be something we take on all throughout the season, where you can watch that car's perspective, and we'll give you a multi-cast or multi-stream link to where you can watch the broadcast and that race from that car's perspective if you're into that. So we look forward to that next week. It will be kind of a test run, but you know, who knows? We may be riding along with somebody you may not realize.
Yep. I'm back.
How's the hot dog?
I scarfed it down in about 2 seconds, so I didn't taste it very much.
You'll feel that mustard later. You know, somebody that would really be good for that Unplugged channel to watch the race is Justin Johnson, just about how aggressive he's been.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be cool to see. We'll be doing multiple camera angles, a roof cam, an in-car cam, mainly the in-car cams so you can see the wheel work. And that will be controlled by Rob as he's broadcasting, so there will not be a lot of interaction there. And the thing with that is once that driver's out of the race, if they get taken out in an accident, then the stream is complete.
Well, if they retire from the race.
Yeah, if they retire from the race, they get put out of the race, you know, whatever. So, Calvin Ross will take us green here, back in that Geico restart zone, hopefully for the final time. We'll see.
Justin Johnson was pushing Blake Lewis there for a bit, then just dove to the inside, figured he'd get in behind Calvin Ross before he pulls away, and they lose that draft.
Yeah, you can see everybody trying to get something going back there. Justin Johnson maintaining that outside line with Rod Sizemore on his rear. That's somebody we've not talked about a lot today. Daniel Mitchell pushing Calvin Ross. Looks like Jordan Malcolm got his nose back in the bunch there. Is Eddie Baker off the pace? He is off the pace. I don't know what's happening with him. He was involved in 2 accidents, so that may be part of it. 3 wide on the front stretch. Daniel Mitchell, Jordan Malcolm. Sorry, Justin Johnson, Jordan Malcolm. Everybody's up there. 3 wide through 2. 3 wide coming off the backstretch, touching Malcolm. Calvin Ross is trying to maintain it. Gets up there close to... Oh, everybody's getting sideways. Kevin Coleman does great avoiding that. We're going to actually record that event. We'll go back and watch that here in a minute. That just got a little dicey all over the place there.
It looked like there was a little bit of contact with Calvin Ross and Christian Strader there.
Yeah, Eddie's texting from the car again. Junk saving a quickie. He's trying to save that quick repair to the end. He knows he's going to need it. He's just putting down laps right now. Eddie Baker is a full almost second off the pace right now.
Yep.
We'll keep an eye on him as we go through the race. But Kevin Coleman, his counterpart, is sitting in that 4th position making a pass. Looks like he's going to get side by side with Rod Sizemore there. He's going to make that pass for 3rd. Justin Johnson's going to come inside. Kevin Coleman's going to go up there with him, but nobody's going down with Kevin Coleman. He actually does have Calvin Ross behind him, though. I can tell you from my super speedway experience, when a car comes in front of you, you get a boost of speed like nobody's ever imagined.
Yep.
Daniel Mitchell, Kevin Coleman are setting 1-2. Coleman will lead that lap. Daniel Mitchell sitting on that outside there, being pushed by Justin Johnson. I know we've talked about Justin Johnson a lot, but he's been up there a lot tonight.
Yep. Oh, Ross got a little loose there when he got a little shove by Strader, but he's able to maintain.
You can see how tight these guys, you can see the tightness on the track here. Justin Johnson just give Daniel Mitchell a heck of a shove as they come through the tri-oval, and Daniel Mitchell, Jordan Malcolm, and Justin Johnson will be setting 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, Justin Johnson, Jordan Malcolm, 1, 2, 3. You can see how loose these cars are getting. Calvin Ross looked to step outside on Kevin Coleman, but I think he got loose.
I mean, you look at these guys.
Oh,
and
Daniel Mitchell just got a...
Oh, Justin Johnson just dove right down.
We got 2 cars below that red line right now.
3 wide. Oh, contact.
Daniel Mitchell sideways. That will bring out caution number 4. There's going to be some parts on the track. Nobody got around, but there will be some parts on the track from that, as Daniel Mitchell will have a toe link broken on that right rear. And that was Justin Johnson.
No, it's Calvin Ross and Daniel Mitchell that came into contact with one another.
And you can see the battle here. They're 4 wide, and there's just not a lot of room there doing 4 wide on a track like this. I mean, Daniel Mitchell will grab that wall, and that is what brought the caution out. Him grabbing that wall that hard. Parts of the car is everywhere on track. Officials will go out there and clean that up for sure. But caution number 4 is out, and Kevin Coleman is our leader. And these guys just pitted on lap 40, so there's no need to come in. Eddie Baker may come in. Maybe. We'll see. He is saving him.
Coleman is going to come in.
Well, we have
oh,
Armin Brusso. Trying to find him here. He got sideways.
Rod Sizemore got sideways right before the pit entrance.
Yeah, we're going to rewind that. I didn't see exactly what happened there. Oh. Looks like everybody's slowing up. It didn't call out the pace car. Everybody's on track that was slower than everybody else. Armin Brusso grabs Rod Sizemore. Rod Sizemore gets loose. Jordan Malcolm, you hate to see that. You know these guys were trying to wait for that pit exit or that pit entrance to open.
Now, this is exactly what Eddie Baker wanted right now. He wanted a caution. You could come in, get the repairs needed so that, you know, he doesn't go a lap down.
Yeah, and you actually see him sitting on pit road. He's been sitting in that pit stall for 44 seconds. He's using optional repairs right now.
Yep.
And I know he's got his relative up in the screen looking at that pace car.
And texting us up here in the booth.
And he knows that pace car is coming. He sat on pits for a total of 59 seconds. We'll get out in front of that pace car, and we'll stay on the lead lap as he got some repairs. I don't know if he got all of them fixed, but he got pretty well close to make the car drivable again.
Yeah.
Thanks to Wizard for the follow on Twitch. We do appreciate it. We've seen that. Just now seeing that. I apologize. It was 26 minutes ago. But thank you for that. Justin
had a lot of action out on the track.
Yeah, for sure. I've not been looking up there at that ticker. Justin Johnson is our leader right now, as he's in front of that pace car just a little bit. May want to bring it back before he catches a penalty. Calvin Ross will be sitting on the outside of him. P2. Row number 2 is going to be Andrew Jamelin, Kevin Coleman. Row number 3, Jordan Malcolm, Blake Lewis. Row number 4, Daniel Mitchell, Eddie Baker. Row number 5, Alex Martin, Noel Hanna. Row number 6 is going to be Cody Kern and Armin Brusso. And Christian Strader is on track right now, sitting 13th. Rod Sizemore still sitting in the pits. The incident with Armin Brusso and Rod Sizemore, I think Rod had already used his quick repair, so
yeah.
It reminds me of one Pablo Montoya situation. Yes, Brusso, I just did that. I may have just costed us the contract. Oh well, Justin Johnson's going to lead us to the Geico restart zone and go green beside Calvin Ross. Gets a heck of a jump on Calvin Ross there. Kevin Coleman's going to be right behind Calvin Ross. Actually, I take that back. Kevin Coleman's going to be looking on the inside. Rod Sizemore's coming onto the track now. Trying to keep it below that red and white line until he passes that blue stripe right there. Kevin Coleman pushing Ross like crazy. A lot of looseness coming out of that rear end. Oh, Kevin Coleman's going to turn Calvin Ross, and that's going to cause the whole field to get upset. Andrew Jamelin just said, screw it, I'm going down pit road. And Eddie Baker made his way through that. No, he didn't. believe his left tire is not moving. Kevin Coleman setting P1 right now. Let's go and take a look at that.
It is moving, but it's about 14 degrees to the left.
That's the wrong one here. Let's go to this one. You can see it looks like, I'm going to rewind that just a hair. Looks like Calvin Ross shot up the track just a little bit as they entered turn number 3. Kevin Coleman took advantage of that and stuck his nose inside. Calvin Ross went to come back down, but looks like Kevin Coleman was already there with his nose inside and just gets him turned. And then that upsets the entire field. Eddie Baker does grab Kevin Coleman hard. Eddie Baker guts his back wheels off the ground there. Blake Lewis will go inside, gets a little loose. Cody Kern will get loose as well. And Andrew Jamelin ended up on pit lane out of that incident. We're going to just ride along and watch him. That was all he do. That's all he could do to keep it straight, getting down pit lane. Let's see, Eddie. We'll see. Your sponsor is the Mountain Dew car. It is, and we reloaded Trading Paints right before the race started, so I know it's up to date as it can be.
Yep.
Looks like he got his fresh car off the hauler. Well, Rob, since we're under this caution, let's break down what we've seen so far. So far, Kevin Coleman and Daniel Mitchell have been, I guess, well, I'm going to throw Justin Johnson into the mix too. They've been our aggressive drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like our toughest breaks really belong to Rod Sizemore, Andrew Jamelin, Blake Lewis. You know, they're not pushing, they're not being as aggressive, but they just keep ending up in stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, it's rough. You know, especially at a super speedway. Things happen. We understand it. But it is a really tough break, especially for, you know, Blake Lewis. He's been up at the front. He's been at, you know, second place on a restart, and then all of a sudden he's back in ninth. So it's a really, really tough break for him tonight. So I don't know what's going on in that Club Penguin number 27 car tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, and I'm getting word that our Facebook stream is going down. We'll take a look at that. If you're watching on Facebook and you're able to hear this still, you can catch it out on YouTube and Twitch, twitch.tv/United Racing Network. Yep, it's showing to be paused for me, and I'm really not sure how to reload that. Back green. You can see the damage on the rear end of Calvin Ross's car. He's not going to be able to run like that.
No.
Well, it looks like Noah Hanna is running down low. He may have caught... Was he starting P2?
And Calvin Ross? I believe he
No,
was.
Noah Hanna. Noah Hanna had to go to the back here.
Oh, Calvin Ross is around.
Oh, heavy damage as well. I didn't even see that. We didn't see that because we were looking at Noah Hanna moving to the back of the pack. Let's go back and look at that. Daniel Mitchell looks like he grabbed him. Oh, Christian Strader got grabbed as well. Brandon McLaughlin made it through there. slowly. And Calvin Ross is out of the race. I don't think he has a quick repair left. Yep, Calvin Ross is sitting on pit road right now, 40 seconds in. Kevin Coleman will be our leader coming off of this caution. It's not the first time he's been up there.
But it's not. We're trying to figure out what's going on with YouTube here. Or Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook is showing to be down, guys. We apologize. If you're able to hear us at least, come over to Twitch, twitch.tv/United Racing Network. We are still live there. It's still working as it should. And the YouTube channel, which is also linked in that About page. We'll keep working on Facebook, see if we can't get it back up.
You know, and Eddie's saying, wonder why I keep getting hit. Well, I mean, everybody loves Mountain Dew.
Yes, that's true.
So,
did Eddie Baker get involved in that?
I'm not sure if he did. I don't believe he did.
Watching Eddie Baker now on that. He slows down with everybody else in the back there. Does some avoiding there at the end of it, but no, he was not involved. Eddie Baker sitting on pit road right now.
I did miss the target joke. I see it now. Gotcha. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I'm picking it up too. Justin Johnson just went outside wide. He's still rolling. It looked like he lost a connection there for a second. Looks like he may be falling back to get in behind Kevin Coleman there.
We're gonna pace car comes down.
We're gonna ride along with Justin Johnson here on this restart to see what he sees. Oh, he's looking inside of Kevin Coleman at the start here.
Oh, a little bit of contact.
Yeah, Wizard, it does look like Justin's trying something a little different there, but it does seem to work. Does seem to work. Daniel Mitchell pushing strong. Calvin Ross is coming out of the pits with a fixed toe link. It's like Blake Lewis is trying to target him down there.
It's a little bit.
Hey, psych! Thought you was gonna hit me. You see the push Daniel Mitchell is giving Justin Johnson here. A very, very strong push. Daniel Mitchell's pushed a few guys tonight. Caused them to get upset.
Yeah, these cars don't seem like getting pushed here at Atlanta. When you get those big pushes off, it really upsets those cars.
It does. Eddie Baker sitting there in the back. He's not off pace, but he is sitting there in the back.
He's just waiting for the next big one to happen so he can just lollygag right on by it.
I think that may be what he's waiting on. Kind of like we did at Dover last night. You know, either you're leading or you're going to fall in the back and just ride it out, you know?
Yep.
Kevin Coleman has got somewhat of a lead on Justin Johnson. It doesn't look like it's going to matter, though, as Justin Johnson's going to come up, give Kevin Coleman a tap going into 3. Andrew Jamelin sitting on that outside, getting pushed by Jordan Malcolm. You see it, 1, 2, 3, pushing one another there. Justin Johnson tips his toes down below the red and white line. He's going to jump up high with Andrew Jamelin. Daniel Mitchell went to move with him. Didn't see Jamelin there. Had to fall back in line behind Kevin Coleman. He's going to get up to Kevin Coleman and start bumping on his bumper.
Looks like he almost lifted the wheels of Kevin Coleman up off the ground when he got in behind him.
Yeah, I did see that. It looks like Noah Hanna is leading that second pack there. Eddie Baker going around Noah Hanna now. That backpack, and he does have Brandon McLaughlin right behind him. Brandon McLaughlin, he's, what do you do when you're a lap down at Talladega? You go up there and help your buddies.
Yep, absolutely.
And I see that happening here as McLaughlin is right on the rear of Eddie Baker. Jordan Malcolm has now moved inside. It looks like there's a lot of air being dumped on the middle cars in these packs. As you can see, Jordan Malcolm getting loose. Jordan Malcolm's extremely loose right now. See it back there, Eddie Baker being pushed by his buddy. Right behind him is Cody Kern. They're trying their best to get back up there to that front pack as we approach lap 70. Kevin Coleman's fell back to that 5th position. He's right on the rear end of Blake Lewis. Christian Strader is not for position. The 29 car on that inside line is not for position. We'll be moving out of the way as leaders go up high to pass him. Looks like Jordan Malcolm is only getting hung out the drive behind Christian Strader. Justin Johnson is looking to pick up his 2nd win of the season. He's got about 30 laps as Kevin Coleman is sideways. Down into the 94 car of, oh man, heavy contact for Kevin Coleman. Does have a toe link broken on his front right tire. Let's go back and look at it. Daniel Mitchell just pushing. No, that's the wrong one. I keep getting these. I don't get these queued up fast enough. There we go. Looks like Kevin Coleman running that high line there. The wreck does happen on the back stretch. So he's following Blake Lewis verbatim. Jamelin does grab the rear end of Kevin Coleman. Kevin Coleman goes up high. It may not have been that lap. It may have been the next lap. Let's try this one out here. And so Jamelin is the one that, oh, it looked like Kevin Coleman was looking for that high line, and Andrew Jamelin, it looks like they just linked up at the wrong time. Kevin Coleman was going inside. As Kevin Coleman actually goes on the inside of Alex Martin there. Gets airborne over the 35 car and just washes it up. Did Kevin Coleman get his tire fixed? I think he did. And Coleman appears to be going a lap down here. Am I seeing that right?
I'm not sure what's going on there.
He made it out of the pits in time. We'll keep an eye on that for sure. Getting a mid-race update for weather. Track temperatures fell down to 93 degrees, so these guys are getting a little slippery, and we're seeing it. That middle car, I've noticed something, and that middle car is getting loose, super loose going into the corners if they've got somebody behind them, and I think it's because they're getting a lot of air dumped on that rear spoiler. Kevin Coleman is considered a lap down. He is in front of Christian Strader, so as long as he can maintain in front of Christian Strader, he'll get his lap back with a wave by, or a lucky dog, is what they call it. But we'll have to get a clarification from the officials on why he has fell back like that. If that's a iRacing admin decision, or if that's a race controller decision.
I'm not sure.
We'll have 26 laps to go at the line on this restart. And we are green, 76 laps to go here.
26.
26. What did I say, 76?
76.
Blake Lewis sitting in second right now. We said he was kind of one of the ones catching the worst breaks this evening, and he's showing to be in second right now, being behind Justin Johnson. Looking to the inside of Justin Johnson here. Will he lead a lap? We'll see. Daniel Mitchell's going to go in behind him. Daniel Mitchell looking to push Blake Lewis for a lap led by Blake Lewis. Eddie Baker's pushing Justin Johnson now on that outside. Daniel Mitchell's going to jump up high in front of Justin Johnson. Daniel Mitchell is the most aggressive driver I've seen on track tonight.
Yeah.
And he reminds me of
Kyle
Busch.
every time on the track he is. Every time we see him.
Blake Lewis is falling back. Eddie Baker looking inside of Justin Johnson. No help for Eddie Baker, though. Andrew Jamelin, look, he's going to go inside with Eddie Baker. Will he maintain it? No. Because Kevin Coleman is right there with him. The dynamic duo is at it again. Can Kevin Coleman push Eddie Baker to a win here? We have 24 to go. We'll find out. Three wide coming off of four. Christian Strader, Daniel Mitchell, Justin Johnson all battling for position. Kevin Coleman has pushed Eddie Baker to the lead. Keep Keep in mind, Kevin Coleman is not for position, so the guy sitting in that third position is Jordan Malcolm, as Christian Strader is sitting in the third track position. So that makes it 2-lap cars between Eddie Baker and Justin Johnson. I'm sorry, Eddie Baker and Daniel Mitchell. Strader goes up high in front of Daniel Mitchell. Eddie Baker still being pushed by Kevin Coleman going through turn 1, 22 to go. Kevin Coleman is falling off the pace here from Eddie Baker as he gets picked back up by Jordan Malcolm. Jordan Malcolm is going to be looking to get by Kevin Coleman. But Kevin Coleman can throw blocks out for his teammate. Christian Strader is not for position either, so the leader right now is Daniel Mitchell sitting behind the number 29 car. Daniel Mitchell, Justin Johnson sitting on that outside line for P1 and P2. Eddie Baker, and looks to be Kevin Coleman is still running in line, but Kevin Coleman again is not for position. Daniel Mitchell is hanging strong in first right now. He's just tucked in behind Christian Strader. He knows that Christian Strader is not for position, and he's actually saving fuel right now, as we've not seen a lot of these guys pit. Last time these guys look at the pit lap here, Daniel Mitchell pitted on lap 51, and we're at lap 80 now. Eddie Baker pitted on 72, so relatively close. Yeah, so 1 and 2 definitely has not pitted since close to the stage.
Yeah.
This is going to affect their fuel, so I think that's why we're seeing Daniel Mitchell and Justin Johnson not being aggressive as they were, just trying to save enough fuel that they need to.
The high line seems to have developed and then left that bottom line. There's really nobody on that bottom line.
Yeah, if Jamelin would tuck in behind Kevin Coleman there and get real close to that outside line, you would see a bottom line form. But there's just, I think they may be a little bit off the pace there. As you see Calvin Ross getting up there behind Jamelin to push that bottom line. Eddie Baker trying to throw some side drafts on to Daniel Mitchell and Justin Johnson. It seems to be working as that top line is getting pulled back here. Eddie Baker gets a little push from Kevin Coleman, gets a little loose going into 3. At the line, that would have been Daniel Mitchell if that was the end by 0.01 seconds. But we got 15 to go at the stripe.
Christian Strader getting a little loose there.
It's still 2x2. Justin Johnson sitting in that 4th position. Andrew Jamelin sitting in that 4th position now as Eddie Baker took that lap. I think we're going to see an interesting finish here at the end.
Yeah, for sure.
You think it'll make the highlight reel?
I think so. I mean, the way these guys have been racing, I think so.
Oh, the bump that Eddie Baker just got from Kevin Coleman. I mean, Coleman's sitting on way fresher tires, way more fuel. So, I mean, as it sits right now, up front, Eddie Baker has a stronger car if you're looking at it from a stats perspective. Still 2x2. Oh! Eddie Baker gets collected with Christian Strader. Caution number 8 is out, and Eddie Baker, I believe, is going to be out of this race as he's stuck on that inside retaining wall, or that outside retaining wall. You hate to see it. With a lapped car of Christian Strader, Eddie Baker leading a lot of laps in this race with no quick repairs left, as he's texted us from the car most of the night, appears to be done with this race. I don't think Kevin Coleman was involved.
I don't believe he was.
Let's go take a look at it. So Eddie Baker's sitting on that. He's leading that inside line. Kevin Coleman pushing. Christian Strader is leading that outside line, being pushed by Daniel Mitchell. Eddie Baker. Looks like Eddie Baker got high coming off of the corner. So we're going to rewind it back here and just watch from the roof cam of Eddie Baker. You can see he doesn't have anybody on his outside besides Christian Strader. He does look like he goes high, and then Christian Strader comes back inside and just collects them both. Rewind that. Look at it from Kevin Coleman's perspective. It looks like Kevin Coleman will get the lap back. Can you confirm that?
It does look so, yes.
So looking at this from Kevin Coleman's roof cam, Eddie Baker, I believe he just wasn't really aware of where Christian Strader was. You can see Eddie Baker slide up that track. Christian Strader, it looks like a little net code happened. Got him loose. Daniel Mitchell led going into the caution on that lap. Eddie Baker is sitting on pit road right now. He is currently 2 laps down. Showing time, I'm sure he's got extensive repairs on that car with being the full right side was basically demolished from that wreck.
Yeah, that, and he had to use the world's fastest tow service to get him off the track. And we are 10 to go with Andrew Jamelin bringing the field to the Geico restart zone, and we are back green here with 10 laps to go.
Rod Sizemore looks like he missed a shift there. Collected Justin Johnson and I believe that's Blake Lewis slowing him down on that outside line. Given a group that we've not talked about a lot tonight, Andrew Jamelin, Noel Hanna. They're sitting 1-2 right now. 3 wide, Justin Johnson.
Wide.
Daniel Mitchell making it 3 wide. Justin Johnson hitting that bottom apron. He's going to take the lead in style. Daniel Mitchell grabs Noah Hanna 3 wide, entering 1. Still 2 wide. Oh, we're still 3 wide. as Cody Kern stuck it in 3 wide.
10 laps to go. This is where it gets hairy.
Yeah, 10 laps to go. Oh! Cody Kern made a move on Rod Sizemore. He didn't. I almost said some stuff. Almost said some Alabama slang right there. Justin Johnson and Daniel Mitchell. This has been a battle we've been watching all night long between these two. The most aggressive drivers on track leading the pack right now. This can't end well with these two.
No.
Eddie Baker saying he's got 9 minutes worth of repairs right now. It's unfortunate. Daniel Mitchell has been pushing everybody tonight. Aggressive is what's been on Daniel Mitchell's mind. Can Justin Johnson fend off Daniel Mitchell for 7 more laps to crown to get his 2nd win of the season?
As they're back 3 wide in the back.
Yeah, 3 wide. Blake Lewis looked to make it 3 wide here. Noah Hanna's in the wall up top. Right there it is. Kevin Coleman's going to be involved in that. Does get through it. He is around. No bad damage. But he did get around there. Caution number 9 is out. 6 laps to go. Take a look right here at the race through the corner. Looks like when Noah Hanna grabbed that wall up top, and they were 4 wide. So Andrew Jamelin got Noah Hanna into the wall. Noah Hanna finally gets off of the wall. Jordan Malcolm makes it 4 wide with Lewis on the bottom. Noah Hanna comes off of the wall, gets into Jamelin. Jamelin grabs Kevin Coleman here. Kevin Coleman, not a lot of damage from what I can tell from those hits. Looks like Jamelin gets in front of Calvin. Calvin does get him turned. Rod Sizemore does a great job getting around it. Kevin Coleman does grab that grass.
It looked like Rod Sizemore actually did catch a wall because he's got a broken right front toe link.
Yeah, we saw him hit right there. But Kevin Coleman, I know he's flat spotted his tires, so we'll have to go into the pits and get those taken care of, if he does. But that was,
I mean, maybe he's just going to run a Dahlman.
Or me last night, dirt tracking it around Dover.
That too, yeah.
Justin Johnson, Daniel Mitchell trying to battle under caution. This is how dedicated these guys are. They're 2 wide going into 3 at 45 miles an hour.
Well, Daniel Mitchell is just saying, hey, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to be your worst nightmare for the next 3 laps when we go back green. Is Eddie down in the booth down there? Can we pull him up, talk to him for a second?
Yeah, let's take a look. Eddie, this is Rob and Andrew in the booth. How you got us?
Of course I got you.
Well, I mean, you're coming up on the 9 minutes of repairs required.
Yeah, I think I've been downgraded to being a spotter for the remainder of this.
Yeah, that's probably best for Kevin Coleman's sake, because Daniel Mitchell and Justin Johnson's been aggressive all night long with everybody. So, just real quick, I mean, you had a good run tonight for the most part, led some good laps. Are you back for next week as well?
It's a short-term notice is what I've got going on lately. I've been doing a lot less iRacing and a lot less spending time with significant other.
I understand that. Well, go back and spot Kevin Coleman. We're fixing to get ready to start here. So good luck to Kevin, and I hope he picks up a win tonight.
10-4. Maybe we'll check in after the race.
Alrighty.
Daniel Mitchell, Justin Johnson, the leader of both lines. Who will win it? This is the battle of the aggressions tonight. Justin Johnson being the lead rookie, Daniel Mitchell being the league veteran. Both are aggressive as all get out tonight. Justin Johnson almost jumped the start there. He's going to cue it up, get that jump perfect. We're green. He gets a good jump over Daniel Mitchell right there.
He does.
Cody, he doesn't have any help though. That's the problem. Cody Kern looking to the inside of Daniel Mitchell. Daniel Mitchell does not have help. Jordan Malcolm goes on the outside, and Kevin Coleman is in the wall. And this will be green-white checkered number 1. Did you happen to see what happened?
I did not.
Looks like he slid up the track and grabbed Blake Lewis there. From what my replays are showing. So Kevin Coleman 0-0 on the bottom in that pink car. Pink M&M's car. Blake Lewis on the outside with no help, nothing happening. Kevin Coleman looked to the inside of Alexander Martin there. And with the wall closing in, Lewis took it inside. Kevin Coleman was taking it outside, and that was all she wrote for Kevin Coleman. Kevin Coleman does not have a quick repair, so I believe this may be the end of his night. You kind of decipher the same thing?
Yeah. And Eddie Baker saying I've been fired as a spotter, lost visual on him into 1.
Well, you can't blame that on us, Eddie, because we let you go back well before the green started. So I'm just, I'll contact my lawyer because I'm pretty sure he'll see suing the United Racing Network for that.
We claim no responsibility.
Yeah, just listen to the last 3.5 minutes of this stream, and that's our legal notice. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew I put that in there for a reason, Rob. Eddie, we love you. We're glad you're back, brother. Go spend time with that significant other because I know how important that is.
Justin Johnson is trying to be 1 with the pace car.
Oh, he's just seeing what he had to drink inside.
Oh, okay.
He's got a cup of his W Energy in the front. Use code URNW at checkout.
Wow.
You see what I did there? That was good. That was good. Now Justin
I was just
Johnson.
saying he was checking out the stitching on the seats because they got new stitching, but
Now Justin Johnson's leading the pace car. So really, Daniel Mitchell and Cody Kern's leading this race. Justin Johnson's just wanting to be part of the officiating crew.
Yeah. Justin Johnson, the pace car doesn't go fast.
I think it's literally 45 around this track, maybe 55. So I just know if I was in Justin Johnson's shoes, I would. I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
As he becomes the pace car. Justin Johnson is now the pace car.
Be green, white, checkered number 1. Daniel Mitchell is sitting in a very, very good position over Justin Johnson. He could upset Justin Johnson's car and ruin his race.
He could.
I mean, I'm not saying Daniel Mitchell's doing it on purpose, but we've seen it happen tonight with a few incidents. I mean, Justin Johnson and Daniel Mitchell are both very aggressive. And Justin Johnson, you know he's going to get a jump on that outside line. Daniel Mitchell can fall right behind him. So if I was in his position, I think I'd be in third right now.
You'd want to be anyways.
Yeah, for sure. They only have one green white checker, don't they?
They do.
Can Justin Johnson hold on to it for 2.5, 3 laps? We shall see. Cody Kern starting on that outside line. Justin Johnson on that inside line. Rob, take a screen, please.
As we come down to the Geico restart zone, Justin Johnson is not going to get quite the jump. Well, maybe he does. As he drops it below onto the apron.
Trying to pick up every little bit of ground he can over the pack. As he does, I mean, he's at that three car lengths right now. Can he maintain it? As these guys get a little loose in the back there, Cody Kern is going to be on that outside line. Daniel Mitchell is going to be on that inside line. It takes a position from Justin Johnson as they split Justin Johnson. Noah Hanna is going to be involved in a wreck, and that is going to be it. Daniel Mitchell, Alex Martin, maybe Jordan Malcolm?
And Jordan Malcolm.
Question
No,
mark?
Justin Johnson.
They got to make
Mitchell, Alex Martin, Justin Johnson is what I am showing right now.
Justin Johnson will have a meatball flag. And he's going to have to get that taken care of because it is the end of the race.
So what I am seeing from iRacing itself, Daniel Mitchell, Alex Martin, Jordan Malcolm is what I am showing.
Well, and Justin Johnson's got that penalty. Got that. I know he's got a meatball flag because his front left tire is hanging off the car. The results that you see on your screen is not accurate. We will get the official updated stuff and let you know. But the checkered flag is showing in the timing bar. Daniel Mitchell will be the official winner tonight. So he's going to get a massive point jump to Alex Witt after tonight.
And actually what I'm showing is I'm so confused.
So this is why cautions under green, white, checkered suck, because the field is frozen the moment the yellow lights come on. Should be. That's how it is IRL. It should be frozen when the lights come on. If you cross the start-finish line with a checkered flag, or if you cross the start-finish line and it's a checkered flag with a black flag, you automatically go a lap down. Pace car will come in. And my official results are showing Mitchell, Martin, and Brusso top 3.
Yes.
Justin Johnson takes it sideways. Can you confirm the black flag on Justin Johnson?
I did not see one. But the results showing are going to be Mitchell, Martin, Brusso.
Let's go back and look at that accident and see if we can pinpoint something. So that's already happening on the wreck. We'll just watch it. Justin Johnson was 3 wide. I mean, this was 4, getting to the last lap here, coming off of 4. Noel Hanna on the bottom, Justin Johnson in the middle, Cody Kern up top. Noel Hanna does get a little run. He gets a little free, gets a little loose into Justin Johnson. Justin Johnson being in the middle, it just kind of gets the front end of the stick. Looking for lights on the track. Alex Martin will. Looking for lights on the track. I know they're out right now. Let's see if I can get a better angle here. So no lights are out yet there. Looking for any light. We're coming up to the flagman. Yellow. So he's waving the yellow flag, and it looks like Jordan Malcolm is going to cross in front of Brusso and Justin Johnson.
From the official results that have been released, we have Mitchell, Martin, Brusso.
And that's what iRacing is showing.
Yes.
Well, guess these races, I guess this finishes it then.
Yeah. So,
Armin Brusso, this is his first top 3 of the year.
Yep.
Well, let's go talk to him.
all right. Well, let's have some words with him here. Daniel, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
I got you.
All right. Well, tough fought battle out there tonight. It came down to a green white checker with a massive wreck at the end of it. You come out unscathed and finish first. How are you feeling about tonight at Atlanta?
Lucky. I mean, I won Dega and here now. That's 2 super speedways. I don't really like them, but I mean, I am aggressive, and they typically do give people benefits when you're aggressive here. But it was just a lot of wrecks. It was hard to pick through the field because track's not wide enough for a tight car to drift up the track, and then everyone have to avoid.
Yeah,
It is what it is, though.
we seen that on that last lap with Noah Hanna pushing up to Justin Johnson. Now, Justin Johnson was your arch nemesis tonight. I mean, you two were the most aggressive drivers on track. And you were very aggressive as well with pushing and just making moves. I mean, there were some moves I wouldn't even made, and I'm pretty aggressive when it comes to racing. But I mean, it seemed to prevail in the end. You are the winner tonight. Congratulations for sure on that. And you were sitting second in points, and Alex Witt did not grid tonight. So you got a massive jump on points on him. So there may be a race to be settled when we go to Homestead next week.
I'd have to win Homestead, I think, but it'll be tough. I might have to win stage as well, but it's interesting. I know that Noah was pushing really hard. He's really fast, and he's not as aggressive, so he's not usually as prone to mistakes. And I tend to put myself in those positions, like when I pushed Jordan and Calvin, both exiting the corner. I thought maybe it was stable enough, but it wasn't.
Yeah, for sure. Congratulations on your win tonight, and I would go drink something tonight because you definitely deserve it after the way you drove that car tonight.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit like Noah Gregson after the Homestead race. I'm a little exhausted, dehydrated.
Noah Gregson's going to be the new Kyle Busch. I just want to throw that out there on stream tonight.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, Daniel, and we hope to chat with you at Homestead next week.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. So before we talk to Alex Martin, so Jordan Malcolm lost spots because he could not finish under pacing due to the damage on his vehicle. So iRacing actually disqualified him.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense. You have to be able to cross that line.
Yep.
So, you know what? That's fair. You have to be able to maintain pace speed until the last lap.
So let's have a chat with Alex Martin.
You know, I just want to point this out to all the fans watching from home. This is the first time a Volvo has been podium ever in NASCAR.
Yes. All right. Let's have a chat with him. Alex Martin, this is Rob and Andrew in the booth. How you got us?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Well, I have to say, it is the first time, like Andrew said, the first time a Volvo has ever been on the podium on a NASCAR track.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to do it.
Why Volvo though? Why didn't you pick like a Nissan or Honda or heck, even bring Dodge back?
Well, I did. Honestly, I did think about Dodge, but personally, my daily's a Volvo. Plus, they're safe. I mean, super speedway racing, you got to be safe.
You were definitely safe tonight. I mean, you were in some incidences, but you ended up finishing in that second position. First off, thanks for repping our logo on the trunk. We do appreciate that.
Of course.
And second, just talk us through your race, if you will.
So, honestly, my plan, which it never goes to plan, but my plan was just to kind of take it easy, hang in the back most of the race. You know, there's no need to push it too hard, especially in the early stages of something like this. And you know, as caution started coming out, you know, I got caught up in some incidents. Really, honestly, before I realized it, we were, you know, almost 10 to go, and I'm running in the top 10, and so it was just, you know, it came down to the wire. You know, do it or don't. And I just got really, really lucky right there at the very end that I dodged everything going down. So.
Yeah, we were trying to decipher when the actual light come on and the field should have been frozen. And we got word that it looked like, I mean, you were there. You made it through. You finished second. That was it. But third actually got a little, there was some arguments there with the officials on who actually got that. But you swept through. I mean, talk about that last wreck. I mean, what was going through your mind when everybody started going everywhere?
If I was brutally honest with you, I don't think we could air this. But I just
keep it PG-13. That's.
I'll do my best. I saw Johnson up there in the middle, and I think it was Noel, and everything started to go sideways, and I'm not gonna lie, my heart was in my throat, and then it was down in my stomach, and then it was back in my throat, and I just tried to keep it to the floor and keep my nose clean, and for once it seemed to work out for me. So
you're saying you got a pretty good shot of that wreck, so I can put it on the highlight reel come Saturday, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I'll make sure.
Absolutely.
Jacob, make a note, please. Well, good job, Alex, on your podium. You're not sitting too well in points as far as championship goes, so hopefully you'll just get a win next week at Homestead.
You know, that's definitely the plan, but I'll take what I can get. That's for sure.
Hey, we'd like to hear it, man. Congratulations on second, and we'll be talking to you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All righty, have a good one.
You too.
And let's pull Bruce up here. I've not talked to him in a while, and, well, you know what? It's in great fashion to see his number 11 Cheers for the Gaming car to come across in that third position under a technicality.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Armin, this is Rob and Andrew in the booth. How you got us?
I got you guys.
Well, you know, it's our first time talking to you other than, you know, just our normal broadcast stuff. You know, there was a little bit of a mix-up, a little bit of arguments between the officials, but we finally got the results, and you came out on with P3. Walk us through your night here at Atlanta.
Mostly, I just wanted to hang in the back. I'm not great at super speedways, even though I've had my best finishes at super speedways. So I just wanted to hang in the back and collect bodies as the end of the race happened, and apparently that's what happened. I collected some bodies.
Yeah, so I was trying to pay attention to everything at one time, but you were collected in a few incidences in this race, right?
Yeah, the one where I crashed under yellow, I was trying to clear and black flagged that someone shouldn't have got, and I looked up and there was a bunch of cars in front of me, so this it's the risk you take for being an in-car race control. So
Yeah, Rod Sizemore got the short end of the stick there.
yeah, luckily he got back on to the lead lap after a couple of cautions. I definitely felt sorry, and I will be giving myself an EOL to start the race next week. So just to be fair.
All right, so obviously you're the league admin, or whatever you want to call yourself. Who do you think? Do you think Daniel Mitchell, if he wins next week, wins the stage and wins the race, do you think they have enough to catch Alex Witt in the points?
I don't think so. Alex should be here next week, so unless Alex finishes dead last and Dan gets all the possible points, I could see it, but I doubt it.
So that second position is going to be hairy, then, is what I'm hearing for points.
Yes, it's a battle for second, maybe third. Yeah, second is the real winner here.
Yeah. Well, you guys put on a fantastic showing tonight. Thank you for having us this season. Next race is the end of the season, isn't it?
It is. And I just wanted to say, because Rob said that this is the first time you guys have talked to me, I did finish second in Talladega.
Oh, that's right.
Don't forget about my lone best finish of my career. But yes, next week is the last race of the season, and then we are. I'm hoping we will either start the next season at the beginning of the new year or sometime before the December 9th, which is our birthday. So that's just hopefully within after Thanksgiving. We'll see. If not, it'll be at the beginning of the new year.
Well, we've enjoyed it. This season with BSC has been fantastic. We enjoyed all the races we've seen. Martinsville was a fluke, but every other race past Martinsville has been entertaining, has been just an amazing showing from you guys. And from United Racing Network, thank you for bringing us aboard this season, and hope we'll see you next season.
I just thank you. You guys have done a wonderful job. I couldn't have been happier with this partnership, and I hope we can bring you back next year.
Awesome. Well, good job, Armin, on your P3 tonight, and who knows, you might pick up a win next week after.
There would need to be a lot more dead bodies than tonight for me to get that win, but I'll see what I can do.
All right, Armin, have a good one, buddy.
Have a good night. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Well, Rob.
All right. Well, that brings Atlanta to a close.
Yeah, to a close, and it's it's Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, it typical super speedway stuff. It's just all over the place, and I'm kind of glad it's done. I mean, it was a great race. There was lots of action. I don't know how there were 37 lead changes.
37?
37 lead changes.
That is why. Were you over there keeping a tally mark or something?
No, iRacing does it for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we had 103 laps completed, 11 cautions, 32 caution laps with 37 lead changes, which is absolutely crazy. But, it's the way she goes at a super speedway.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for next week. Already.
Homestead is a track that will bite you or you're going to do extremely well at.
Yeah.
I don't have so much success at Homestead. I just, being honest with you. So I don't like the track. Your tires go, exits are weird. It's a paperclip.
Yeah.
It looks like a paperclip. If you're looking at it from the air view, it looks like a paperclip.
Yeah, it really does.
And that's where we're going.
Yep.
Tight turns, not a lot of banking. I mean, there is banking. I think it's like 20, 22 degrees.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's still enough for your tires to wear real quick. It's like a big Martinsville with Michigan turns.
Yeah.
Is that a good comparison?
Yeah, that's fairly fair.
Okay. I like it. So tonight, break it down. What is your thoughts about tonight?
I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of mentally drained just trying to keep track of everything going on, things going left, right, and center. It was just crazy. I loved it. And I'm sure the fans at home loved it because, I mean, who doesn't like seeing an action-packed race?
Yeah, there's a lot of action tonight. We had a little bit of a lull period where everybody was just trying to save there towards the end, but once 10 laps to go, really, once the green flag waved on lap number 1 up until lap 103, it was fantastic.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely. Well,
I just got a DM on Discord saying let me see what it says here. Don't miss the burnout drama by Calvin. So we're gonna watch this real quick.
Alrighty.
We're gonna watch this real quick. So Daniel Mitchell burning out. Seems like a simple burnout. Somebody's gonna come plow him here in a minute.
Oh, absolutely.
I wonder if it's gonna be Calvin. I hear some cars coming. Calvin comes sliding it in there, grabbing Daniel Mitchell and taking his thunder. There comes Blake Lewis sticking his nose in the bunch there. My Lord.
Wow.
Well, Rob, it was a fantastic showing.
It was. And, I'm ready to jump on the plane back home. So with that, I'd just like to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. We do appreciate each and every one of you for coming out each and every time we broadcast. We'd like to thank our sponsors, JP Alfonso Studios, as well as Dubby, as well as the BSC Cup, for allowing us to broadcast, because without all of them and without you guys at home, we would not be here. So
that is 100% the truth. And like I was saying to Armin, just thank you for bringing us on for the season. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping we can work something out to come back on season 8.
Yeah.
So, well, I got to work in the morning, so.
Well, we'll get this closed out, and we'll head on off to bed.
There you go. All right. We love you guys. Make sure you check out our sponsors, as Rob mentioned. Use code URNW at checkout at w.gg when you pick up your energy drink gear. And if you're into that stuff, JP has been a very good sponsor of ours and a very good friend personally to us. So we appreciate him for his support on the United Racing Network. And make sure you stay tuned to our socials, because we may have some stuff dropping here soon for new content. So we love you, and we will have you guys a special gift come next week. We'll have the BSC a special gift. So we love you, and we will see you next time on the United Racing Network. We'll be live tomorrow, going to
Circuit Gilles Villeneuve.
Well, that's yours all day long, brother. I don't even know what you just said. I think you cussed me out in Spanish.
C'est français, so.
Well, J2 be wherever Rob said. We'll be there tomorrow night, going live at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. Make sure you stick around for that. We love you, and we'll see you next week at Homestead. Bye, guys. This broadcast is the property of the United Racing Network and Twitch.tv. All reproductions of this broadcast must be approved by the United Racing Network staff. United Racing Network does not claim any responsibility for mishaps that may occur while listening to this production. United Racing Network reserves the right to delete, mute, unpublish, and or move streaming locations without notice. The opinions of the announcers are not influenced by sponsorship, league administration, or any other outside entities. Thank you.